What is up, everybody? How are we doing today, man? I am in Counterculture Gym, Pinellas Park, Tampa. This is like one of my favorite gyms that I ever get to visit. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to look for my band so I could do some stretches before I start doing my set. All right. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. This is my second time ever recording like while working out, or well, being mic'd up while working out. I mean, you know, last time the mic was working for like the first like, I don't know, like 20 minutes of recording, and then it ended up stopping because my dumbass decided to use my my headset to listen to music. And if you guys watched that video with Hazy, then you know it ended up fucking turning it off. Man, this has to be like one of my favorite pec flies that I've ever used. It's so smooth. The only issue with pec flies is they're just so light. Luckily, this gym provides gym pins, so I'm gonna be gym pinning this today. If this is my second time here, like as of this vacation. And last time I was here, I did the full stack for like a very good five reps, I think. But we'll see. I feel like I'll be getting like maybe like 8 reps with the full stack today. I was just thinking about gym pinning it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think that would just like add to my ego, and then I'm not even gonna be adding like a plate. It's going to be like maybe like a 10 or something. Or a 5 if I do end up gym pinning it. So my thumb actually has gotten a lot better. It is still not good enough for me to be able to do any pressing. So unless I could think of an alternative to do for front delt, I don't think I'm gonna be training front delt today. I mean, I could try to set up a fly or something with a bench and maybe a dual cable stack or something. I don't know. It really sucks that my thumb was not able to recover on time for this trip, but I mean, it is what it is. Luckily, it's good enough for me to be able to do everything else besides like shoulder press. And then this gym, besides my gym, I mean, not besides my gym, unlike my gym, actually has a good pec fly. So now I'm able to train chest here. At my gym, I can't train chest because any other variation besides pressing is fucking shit over there. And it's like even the pressing is shit over there because if you look at the handles, I'm not even gonna get into that. My gym pisses me off. The thing is, it's just the best thing I have in that area. This gym is honestly it's just amazing. They have literally the best equipment I've ever used. Like there is no other gym that I personally have been to that compares to Counterculture Gym. And the lovely thing about them as well is they're constantly asking their community what they want. And they're always switching out their machines for newer machines. Now, I can see the flaw in that where maybe like you really like a machine and they remove it and then boom, like the consistency isn't really there. But they're always removing machines that nobody really uses and they upgrade it for something better. So they're always adding amazing stuff over here. If you follow them on Instagram, it literally like they're always just adding new stuff. And then I just found out that they're actually switching locations. They bought a bigger warehouse. So now Counterculture 2.0 is gonna be in the near future. I am very excited to visit that next time I come up here because, like, don't get me wrong, this warehouse is pretty big. And they have quite the variety of equipment. But from what I've seen, that other warehouse is ginormous. So I'm very happy for them that they've blown up so much that they're able to expand into a newer gym. They really deserve it. They're very kind people as well. All right, let's do this top set. Come on. Come on. I honestly feel like that was not as good as the other day's set, but it was the same reps. You know, I feel like it was still good enough. I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Let's move on to the next exercise. You know, I'm not sure how amazing this angle is, but I mean, it is what it is. Right now we're gonna do lat pull downs. Last time I used like a standard wide grip bar, but they only have one. And so, I mean, they have this for an alternative, and I feel like it actually might be better. So let's just see how much better it is. So when it comes to lat pull downs, wide grip, I like to do 2 sets, even though it's a full body day. That's a shocker, right? You know, doing 2 sets on a full body day. Not everything has to be 1 set. You can allocate more volume onto specific exercises that you want to prioritize. Even on a full body day, as long as you recover from it, of course. I feel like this is kind of an old topic, but too many people fearmonger fatigue. Like, at the end of the day, you are working out. You're supposed to be getting tired, especially during the actual session. It's fucking ridiculous how scared people are of feeling tired. And, you know, there's things that you can do to negate fatigue as much as possible. Like, I drink an intra-workout drink for carbs. I drink carbs. I actually get my sleep in. I don't go to failure on every single exercise. But I mean, I am someone who always goes to 0 RAR primarily. But there's a few times where I'll go to 1 RAR, but I never go any more than that. It's not that there's an issue with 2 RAR, I just personally don't enjoy doing that. Even on my compound movements, I prefer at least 1 RAR. All right, let's jump up to, let's do 195. My top set is typically 215. That's what I'm gonna do, because it feels really good today. I think I'm gonna do 200 as my final warm-up. So if you guys don't have a gym pin, which I mean, I have access to one, but I see no point in grabbing it, you could just use the pin on the actual machine to add the baby weights. All right, so there you go. I'm gonna do 200 for my final warm-up. Another thing I've been experimenting with is doing less warm-ups, especially later in the workout, because you're already so like pumped up. You have everything rolling already. You don't need to do a warm-up, especially for a muscle that you've already hit. If you are so like picky and you really need to do that warm-up, you could do like maybe 90% of your working weight for 1 rep just to get the feel of the set, to guarantee that you're gonna do it perfectly on your working set. But there's no need to be doing 2-3 warm-ups on every single exercise. Like I said, especially if you've already warmed up the muscle, it's just so unnecessary. You should be at the point already where you know how to do your set and you just have that form down packed already. And you're just going into that set ready to execute perfect form and kill the weight. It's really not that complicated. All right, let's hit this top set. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Oh. Something that I always find so funny is people who eat while working out, and they just don't understand that, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna say Rice Krispies, that's the primary thing people eat while working out. they don't understand that the food isn't even digesting fast enough during their workout, or they will eat it right before the workout and it's not digested. Maybe it will be digested by the time you're at the end of your workout, depending on how long it is, but it's not really doing anything for you. You need to time your carbs before your workout. Like, I ate my pre-workout meal it took me like 35 minutes to get here, and after eating my pre-workout, it took me like 10 minutes to walk out the house. So whatever, I'm gonna say like 45, 50 minutes. By then, you know, everything I ate is digesting and it's perfectly ready to be used for especially the beginning of the workout. And then I drink orange juice during the lift, because since it's a liquid, it will actually, you know, it will digest so much faster. My bad, I'm getting like brain fog right now. You know, I have to give props to the people who could record and talk to the camera during their workout. I mean, I'm really trying my best to think about it like as if I'm talking to another person during my workout, or at least talking to myself in my head. But man, I'm still horrible at doing this shit. But I need to give myself credit, because at least I'm trying, and I know I'm doing a lot better than other people. So it's just a work in progress. I know I want to become better. I want to become better in terms of like bodybuilding. I want to become better in terms of content creation. It just takes time. It's a skill just like anything else. I got 6 reps. I'm actually pretty sure I got 7 reps last time. I'm gonna need to check after I finish recording this. And last time I did the same weight for about like 4 or 5 reps. I'm gonna do that again today. I'm just gonna do the same weight, and then I'm gonna pray. Even if I do end up getting one less rep than previously, I'm just gonna go for the second set again. I'm ready to go. So I have a chip, like a little adapter chip that I use so I could plug the Bluetooth, whatever the fuck it's called, of the mic into my phone. And so it's kind of broken, and so the chip gets loose, and the mic was not working while I was speaking on the lateral raises. Luckily, I remember pretty much like the main stuff that I was talking about. So I was primarily speaking about my weak points and my strong points in my physique. And fuck, what was the second thing? Hold on, give me a second. I think I'm missing something, but I was also just talking about how I do bilateral on the lateral raise, and then once I feel like I can't really get much reps anymore, I just switch to unilateral. You know, that bilateral deficit, I made a video about that. If you don't know what that is, tune into the TikTok and Instagram so you can learn something new. My gosh, bro, I swear like a midget was on this machine. Can I say midget on here? Probably not. Luckily, you know, I don't have monetization or enough attention anyways for me to really care. So This is definitely like one of the smoothest machines that I have ever used. It just like, I have never, it's just, it feels amazing. It's one, I don't know, like I just said, it's one of the best feeling machines I've ever used. It's, might be my favorite sagittal row. The con with this T-bar row is the handles, the wide grip handles are so low that you cannot do a transversal plane row. Like you can't do it. Like unless you're like really short, I don't know. But the standard guy, or especially somebody my size, cannot do it. You know, your only option is sagittal. And I mean, that's fine by me. I need to put the steps one notch higher. Okay, there you go. What's it called? So, wait, let me even see if the mic is still working, man. From what I'm aware of, there's no blinking lights. Everything is still good. That's, if I find out the mic is not working for this, I'm gonna throw my phone. I'm gonna be pissed off. Okay, so my weak points are all of the pressing muscles. So from my, well, how did I say it? Okay, from my weak points from worst to best in pressing muscles are my chest, my quads, or actually, okay, my chest, my front delt, my quads, and then my triceps. Out of all of these, my triceps are the best one. I'm very pull dominant, which I'll address in a second. And so all of my strong points in my physique are, from best to worst, are, how did I rate it? I would say my teres major, my rear delt, my biceps, and then my hamstrings. So I always do biceps as my final exercise. Or well, yeah, I mean, I always do biceps for my final exercise, and then obviously I don't, well, I mean, if you guys watch my videos, you know I don't isolate my rear delts. I see no point in isolating my rear delts. I always hit them through a upper back, any kind of row or a pull down. And that's good enough for me. They're a strong point. I can care less about them. They're gonna grow anyways. And then my teres major is just so overdeveloped. It's insane. My lats are dog shit. Like my lats look good from the front, but from the back, my lower lats specifically are so shit, which is why I've been trying to prioritize my lats so much. So right now my main, even though my quads are such a weak point, and like my legs are really bad right now, I'm putting more emphasis on my upper body at the moment. So I'm just really trying to get better at pressing. I want to get a very strong chest press and a very strong shoulder press, because my whole like fitness journey, I've always said like, oh, like I have long arms, my pressing sucks. And it's like, it's very true. That is how that works. But I don't want to let it hold me back. I want to get a stronger press. So now I'm very obsessed with chest press and shoulder press. I'm taking a sip of my orange juice since I'm like sort of in the middle of my workout. I like to take, from now, I like to take, you know, like little sips for the, oh wait, I need to add weight to this. This shit's light. That was a warm up, hold on. Last time I did 4 plates as my top set, but I know for a fact I'm gonna be able to add like a 10. So I'm gonna do just 1 rep real quick, and then in about a minute, I'll do my actual working set with like I think I'm gonna add a set of 7 pounds, so 5 and a 2.5. Let's see how easy this moves. I know this shit's fucking light. Oh yeah, easy. All right. my ego told me to add a 10 instead of 7. So, and you know what? My name is Ego Lift for a reason, even though I have like the best form out of all my friends on my exercises. But you know, it is what it is. I know I'm gonna be able to hit this shit for like a minimum of 5 reps. This is easy, come on. You fucking got this, bro, come on. This is easy. Don't be a fucking loser. Come on. Be the fucking best, be the best, you got this. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Come on. 6 reps. So right here is an example of an exercise where I will not do a warm-up because on my sagittal row, guess what? I just did scapular retraction. So why am I going to do a waste of a time doing a warm-up when it's already warm, it's ready to go already? Now, the only issue I might come across right now is since this is in my gym and I'm not used to all this equipment, I might mess up the setup and I should do at least one warm-up, but I'm just gonna eyeball it. I might regret this. I'm just gonna eyeball the setup. You know, I got that. It's all right. I should have wrote it down last time I was here, but I never typically do that. I typically just remember, but that's at my gym. This is not my gym. So I might be cooked. But that's all right. Oh, I don't think I said it. I'm doing Kelso shrugs right now. I got 3 plates here on the top. I've got a 5 in the center, and I got 1.5 plates on the bottom. Let's, last time I did this, I got 10 reps, but when I was actually watching the set, my form got like very bad at the end. Not my form particularly, but like I just wasn't getting enough range of motion. So, and I didn't have this 5 here in the center. So, I don't know. Like I said, you know, I'm in a good mood today. I feel good. I'm letting that ego take over today. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to tell me if I'm getting enough retraction or not. Even though I don't think you can really tell that well from that angle, but whatever. I'm ready to go. I feel good. Come on. Yo, stop looking at my ass, bro. What are you guys doing? I don't know if it's sweaty or not, but I hope you guys are enjoying the view. All right, that was a solid 6. Oh man, I was able to tell that I was moving my elbows a little bit, but in my opinion, you know, moving your elbows, very slight elbow flexion is not that big of a deal, as long as you're just putting all your focus into retracting your scapula all the way. Now, in an ideal world, I'll keep my elbows perfectly straight the entire time, right? But first of all, some people don't even have that mobility to retract their scapula all the way without moving their elbow. And look, I'm even doing it right now. I feel like I can get slight more retraction when my elbow is slightly flexed. So It's just natural for me to do that. And that's perfectly fine by me. As long as it's not too much, I can care less. Strive is by far my favorite gym brand, especially this leg extension. This leg extension is amazing because, once again, adjustable resistance profile, and the descending resistance profile just feels amazing, and it's better for the quads as well. And the issue is with ascending resistance machines or leg extensions is they always just destroy the fuck out of my knee. And especially since I messed up my knee in North Carolina, that's a big no-no. So I've been really big on doing my mobility work on my knee because my left one is the one that's messed up. Last time I used this, I didn't need to throw a knee sleeve onto my left knee. I am hoping I don't need to use a knee sleeve today, but if I have to, then it's not really that big of a deal. While I've been here, I have not been doing my stretches, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Last time I was perfectly fine. So let's just do some warm-ups. Oh shit. You know, I got the seatbelt right here and the strap, but I'm not gonna, and the straps, but I'm not throwing the seatbelt on just yet. I feel, some irritation. I just felt a sharp pain on the way down. Let's see if I could just warm it up and it'll go away, or if I need to throw on the knee sleeve. Yeah, I feel like a very sharp pain right here. Not very sharp, like a mild sharp pain right there. Yeah, I'm gonna need to throw the knee sleeve on my left knee. I tried, but taking care of your joints is very important, If with the leg extensions, since knee pain has been like a reoccurring thing, this is like the most warm-ups I do. I always do like 3, maybe even like 4 warm-ups, because I don't really care about like the fatigue. I just care more about making sure it's getting done right. And I'm putting less emphasis on like the concentric right now, and more on pausing at the top, pausing at the bottom, and a slow eccentric. Because right now I care more about the tendon than the actual muscle. I don't know how many of these like warm-up clips I'm gonna keep. Because like I said, I'm not trying to make this like a 40-50 minute video. I like the 20 to 30 minute range, or well, I just said 30-minute video, whatever, you get the point, like 15 to 25 minutes. If I get 30 minutes, then I mean, that's fine. It is so annoying that I have both my thumb and my left knee just messed up right now. My thumb is actually, I don't remember if I spoke about it or said this specifically already, but my thumb is doing so much better. I'm very grateful. I'm predicting it's not going to be fully perfect for like another week maybe. It sucks, but when you get injured in the gym, you really need to just like pull back as soon as possible. Because if you just keep pushing yourself through it, you're gonna regret that, because you're gonna be out of the gym longer than you would have been if you would have just stopped as soon as the injury came into your awareness. Oh man, that brain fog is hitting me again. I could tell this guy doesn't like me very much. It's all right. My knee's feeling very good. Well, not very good. It's very mild discomfort, but it's good enough for me to be able to work through. And the thing is, with tendon issues, as long as the pain is very mild and you're doing the proper precautions to let it recover, like that's fine, because you don't want to keep your A lot of people, they'll mess up their tendon and then they'll just keep it very stagnant and immobile. And that's just gonna be worse in the long run because your tendon just gets weaker. You need to let it rest, obviously, when the injury first occurs, but after like a couple days, if you feel good enough, you need to start doing some light exercises to strengthen up your tendon again. See, a bone, on the other hand, you need immobilization and stability. But that's a whole different thing. Yeah, you're always going to see me do this where I just make sure my knees are perfectly like dug into the seat. And like I said, lined up with the axis rotation of the leg extension. I believe that's what it's called. Please somebody correct me if I'm mistaken. I don't want to sound like a dumbass. You know, I literally just made a video about moment arms, but come on. That was 5 reps, and last time I did 6, but I feel like I should have just ended it right there, like right where I was. I feel like that's perfect. Because like I said, at the end of the day, I'm putting more focus on my tendon right now than the muscle. So I feel like my knee wouldn't have done so good if I would have just continued to do more reps on that set. So I'd say that's like 2 RAR. Maybe 1 RAR, you can argue. So maybe that 6th rep would have been 0 RAR, and it would have been a little too much tension on my knee. All right, let's move on to the next exercise. I'm on hamstring curls right now. This is actually, since I'm at the end of my workout, like the body is pretty much like fully warmed up already. And hamstring curls is an exercise where I feel like I've perfected it so well that I don't even need to do a warm up. So I typically just jump right into my top set, and I've seen that I literally perform the same way. Like, so for me, the warm ups were just pointless. So on this exercise, on lying hamstring curls, if I'm not mistaken, they have best like leverage in the midsection. So I'd put 2 plates and a 25 on. After this, I do bicep curls and I'm out. All right, I'll just throw the shoes off and then just jump into the set. Well, hold on, I need to make sure that this thing is lined up right. Yeah, all right? Okay, come on. Ugh. All right,
feel like that was like 1 RAR. 1 to 2 RAR.
I don't know if you guys have seen that video, if you remember that or not.
Yeah, that was about 1 to 2 RAR.
Yeah, that felt really good. This is actually like one of the best hamstring curls I've ever used. They do have the seated one over there, and it's the best seated hamstring curl I've ever used, but oh my gosh, it is so light. And I don't want to do unilateral. So, and I was doing seated hamstring curls for about a year or so. So when I switched to Flex Appeal, I decided to just start doing lying hamstring curls, because even though seated hamstring curls are better, it doesn't fucking matter. It's not that big of a deal. Who cares? I want to do lying curls now. I like them. Oh. You know, if I did live here and I was coming to this gym, something I would experiment with is putting the seat belt on my lower back. That way my glutes don't like shift upwards as much. Did I just fucking twerk on the camera? You know what? I hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, I'm gonna leave that in. So an issue that I've come across is that at the end of my workout, I am definitely like not as motivated. And so at the moment, I don't care too much because my biceps are, like I said, one of my strongest points. So like, I don't really care. So on this exercise, I also, you know, I don't do warm-ups. So, but I mean, I do like a couple schizo reps. But that's all. Man, there was something I wanted to discuss, but I don't remember what it was right now. But yeah, like I really don't care. Like when I do my set, then like, you know, I go all out on my set, but my setup for the set is just like whatever. Like I'm not very hyped up right now. Even like I just finished the intra drink. I'm still tired, you know. It's a full body day. I don't think I said how much weight I have on. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. I don't know. It's a plate and a 10 on the top, and then a 25 in the middle. I believe last time I got 6 reps. So yeah, I'm just gonna go for 6 reps. And then like the same thing with the hamstring curls. Like I didn't even count how many reps I was doing. You know, luckily I'm recording and I'll be able to look back on it. So yeah, let's just start getting ready for this set and then get out of here. Whew. All right, 6. That was really good. I noticed on one of the reps, I kind of dropped on the bottom a little bit, and that is a habit I do not want to create. All right, because I do dead stops, so I'm fully lengthening my elbow, and you guys know I'm not trying to tear it. What's it called? Yeah, I mean, I'm done, but something that I kind of want to work on is cursing a little less overall. Because the thing is, when it comes to cursing, is just to be straight up, it's very low intelligence. And so that's not the best way I could have phrased it, but I have brain fog. I'm tired. I'm done working out. Please just bear with the way I'm speaking at the moment. When you curse, the words have so much emotion, it kind of allows you to really not expand your vocabulary, because why would you need to use the wide variety of different words we have in the English language when you could just say fuck you or I hate this shit? Like, and I am somebody who takes a lot of pride in having good grammar and having a wide vocabulary, because like, well, I like to have my slang or whatever, like I say gonna all the time, like stuff like that, but I really like learning new words, and like I said already, expanding my vocabulary. It's very unique, and so, and it's a good impression to have, especially when you're meeting new people. And especially because I plan on being like some form of coach or educator or something, whatever, in the fitness scene, I feel like having that vocabulary will kind of broaden the horizon and give me better opportunities just from the way I speak alone. You know, like I've already been told that when I meet new people, they're impressed by the way I talk and the way that I carry myself and the mannerisms that I have. And so I'm somebody who also, I like to blend in with everybody. I'm very social. I love speaking with all kinds of people. And another thing I can take pride in is I'm able to speak with anybody. It doesn't matter what kind of person you are. It doesn't matter your race, your background, whatever. I can connect with you. I can speak with you. And that's, like I said, that's something I'm just very proud of. I wish I was able to delve deeper into this, but fried. Alrighty, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is new. Recording mic'd up in the gym. I actually kind of like it. You know, it's easier to do here because the gym is so dead right now. It's early in the morning. I'm not sure if this is something I'm gonna be able to do all the time in my gym, especially because the music is so much louder than the music here. I want to. I just, from what I was saying earlier in this video, I honestly really don't like my gym. It's the best gym that I have at in my area. But yeah, I don't like the people there. I was always going to commercial gyms prior. Flex Appeal was my first like private gym that I'm a member at. And I've never had trouble making friends and being cool with everybody. At my last gym, I did have like slight beef, but like it was nothing drastic. I can really care less about that. But man, at this gym, like, it's very difficult for me to like associate with the people there. They just, like, I really don't feel welcomed at that gym, and it doesn't help that I don't like the equipment there either. It's better than the commercial gyms I was going to prior, but it's a tough switch. Especially because like I don't see any of my friends anymore. Like I miss all my gym bros. Like I'm really happy that I get to work out by myself now because that's just what I prefer. But I miss all my friends, man. I miss seeing them, and I miss feeling welcomed every time I stepped into the gym. I mean, I'm very cool with the workers at Flex Appeal. You know, I make conversation with them. I dap them up every time I see them, whatever. Like the workers there are honestly amazing. But the members, like I only have like one buddy, you know? And obviously, like, I don't want to be talking my entire workout. I want to be focused on my sets and everything. But, you know, every now and then I want to have some conversation, man. You know, like I said, I just don't feel welcome there. All right, I'm gonna take all this weight off. I'll see you guys in the next video. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a great day, man. Get big. Come on, let's go.